Hey, what's up? It's your boy the Wolf. Welcome back to another episode of Trader Takeaways up in the Wolf Den. Today we had a pretty good day. ARQL day 3 still up there, and the play of the day, MGI, 53.3 million shares traded. Let's just go right to it. Bam. All right, so I got ARQL up. Wanted to pull up the 5-minute chart real quick. Actually, let's head over to the Jumbotron real quick. So here we go. This is a 5-minute chart. I wanted to show you guys 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a 5-wave push. We should be working on complex ABC right now, possibly. Also, wanted to show a possible head and shoulders. So coming up off of yesterday at the bell, this push right here forming a left shoulder and then a possible head back down to a right shoulder with a 917 to 935 neckline band. Now this is a very, very successful reversal pattern. One of my trader friends took his wife to Europe last summer to go shopping only off of this pattern. True story. All right, let's hop over back to executions. So ARQL, let's pull up the 1 minute. Zoom in. I've traded this 3 days in a row successfully. Today was the closest call to coming out green. Both of my layered stops were triggered. Also, let's look down here real quick. Still 109 million shares outstanding. Still over 1 billion market cap. A little bit different, but the range on this is just so beautiful. And like I said, I've been green on this since the beginning of this push. Why would I stop now? Okay, so we see some weakness at the open. Haven't touched it. I'm not going to chase nothing, right? Rebecca, enhance. Thank you. So, like I said, I'm not going to chase anything. We come up right around here to the 950. I put together a 950 thesis. So I'm going to, this right here was a partial fill and then a complete fill. This was not 2 ads, but so I have a feeler and an ad right up against 950 with a 5-cent stop. I think it was maybe even a 4-cent stop, but a very tight stop. Now, the reason why I didn't cut this at the red to green line right here was because I was going to use that as a confirmation to possibly get back in. So, and I wasn't sure. If I was more sure on that, my stop would have been up here. But as you can see, my thesis was wrong because I was wrong on the trade. But we did push through. I was watching the tape closely here. Buyers in control. Buyers were so much in control, in fact, that I did not even touch this exhaustion, right? Because during this push right here at about 943, 944, I'm formulating a $10 thesis. I'm checking levels. I'm looking at the daily chart. I'm putting a plan together. So as discussed in the room, I put together a $10 thesis. I had feeler, add, with my larger ads being about 996. If this full size in would have been complete, I would have had a 988, 989 average against 1007. Right now, look at this risk reward ratio. So I have about a 13-cent stop against my average to 20 cents, 13 to 20 cents stop against my average. So 40 cents, right? I mean, the potential on this is fantastic. Again, thinking that this is a possibly backside move off of a push that started at $6, right? So there's tons of potential here. That's why I added here. Okay, now still adding into strength. Okay, now we're in a weak wave, right? This is a micro. We're looking at this on a micro concept. We're in a downward wave. So I'm adding at the exhaustion of strength, going down. So I'm adding. Now, I should have probably taken some profit here and here. Definitely. The ads under this line were a little bit too much, in my opinion. I didn't profit. I need to take profit yesterday and the day on Friday. If you guys see my executions on this, I was a little heavy on the trigger, and I wanted to pull back on the executions and trade more of a trend mentality. Like I said, this is a larger cap, being at 1 billion, so I can't trade this like how I traded the gunslinger from yesterday, right? So with that in mind, I still am adding into strength, exhaustion of strength here. Now right here, this was interesting. I remember thinking, what is going on here at 954, 955? We had a little shift. some liquidity was just being sucked out, but it wasn't being executed. And then we just had this little base right here at 956. I even had my finger on the trigger to cut 958. True story. But I was like, you know what? I put together this beautiful layered stop sequence, and I want to see if it'll work. My average was above the stop. So this was a guaranteed risk-free green trade even after this low ad. This was the lowest ad, but still sucking the average down on this 954 ad, right? 953, bringing my average down, still placing the full layered stop below the average. So this is a green trade, just barely. After we triggered the 62.5% of my position stop right here, and then the 37.5 remainder of the position stop right here, which I did get some slippage on this, but I was hoping that these need to be widened, right? I should have had this stop down here, and then the next layered stop should be at the next possible micro consolidation, but this is a work in progress. We'll continue to work on that, but we're getting better every day. Today we got 1.37% better in total, so we're excited about that. So right here I'm flat. I'm out of the trade. I'm green, but I'm flat. I don't have any shares. I'm watching the tape right here in this consolidation. I'm not trading anything else at the moment. I'm watching the scanner. I'm just kind of hanging out. I got a little bit of lemonade. I'm talking to some guys in the room. We're just hanging out, watching what's going on, and then boom. We get a little flush from 960 down to 952, so we get a 10-cent flush, which is exciting based on the range from the day. So after this tiny little consolidation here, I initially put an order out against the red to green line, the open, and I did not think it was going to get filled. So then I put an order out at 955, got a partial fill, didn't touch it, didn't chase. Came back up, boom, top ticked both the partial and the complete fill and flush. Feeling good. Now, I did not take any profit on these flushes, did not take any profit here. Shame on me, right? I did have a target set out in front of the tape, right? We stay in front of the tape with our target. So I have a target out at 935. This target was moved, but I did have this target out here. Or maybe it was here, but it was right around here. And then I see 943. I see this flush. And I'm glued to the tape. I was already staring at the tape when this flush started from 948. And I was pretty happy about my tape reading abilities. And I basically bottom ticked it. 941. I remember looking up to see, did I catch 941? Did I catch it? Boom. Last guy to catch 941 before it starts to push a little bit more. Now at this point, I'm not super excited on this. I did initially have targets in the 920s from this average. Remember, I'm flat. Still small winner. A little bit salty in the mouth. Got some seawater in there because I gave up some unrealized P&L right here. But trader longevity, we trade the opportunities that we have. So I took advantage of this. Did not want to re-enter here. Just playing it safe, watching the tape, trying to get dialed in. Not dialed in at this point, but feeling good off of this bottom tick. So we come down here, another flush, boom, crush it again. Now I'm all out of the position. Winner, winner, right? Feeling good about ARQL. 3 for 3, shorting this monster strength. Dialed in on this one, baby. Had some orders up out here. Wasn't even expecting a fill, but had some fantasies out. Maybe 955, 957, something like that. Wasn't expecting much, but again, a winner. Need to perfect the layered stops. So, like I said, these need to be widened, but we'll continue to work on that. All right, this is going to be a short recap, guys. I know the last one was like 30 minutes. All right, so the second and final trade was MGI. Okay. So this one had some news about a purchase for 20 million shares at $4.10. I didn't get too much into the news, but I did notice from the volume. And we talked about this at yesterday's trader recap about, let's go to the big screen, about how they bypassed the liquidity from $2. See right here, this is the main channel, from $2 to $2.60 in the after hours push. Like they pulled the fast fakie on everybody, right? Like everyone's coming home from work, picking their kids up, doing whatever it is they do, and boom, they're just gonna sneak right past everybody. Stops aren't even triggered in after hours, not stop market routes anyway. So anyway, they snuck past this, and now people start to get eyes on this around 6, 7, 8 o'clock this morning, right in this area, and big monster volume on this thing. First of all, a lot of volume on this. 82% institutional ownership on this. Shady business going on this. I was spotting some trickery on the tape for sure. Made me a better trader. I traded this on both accounts, and I was a winner on both. So back to executions. So I got in way too early. This kill candle or consolidation drop, whatever you want to call it, really excited me. I was expecting weakness here, and I'm not even going to lie. I did have a 355 stop limit order out. I was thinking I was going to be able to execute stop limit orders in pre-market. Nah, can't do that. All right, so that's a rookie error. But I ended up adding right here at 364, raising my average, feeling confident right here. I did have a stop set at high a day. I think it was even 405 or something like that, and I was prepared to add one more time around $4. My lines on this trade, on this name, were 405, 345, and 311. So these are the lines that I get off of the 3-year volume profile, and these are the lines that I've been working with and that I respect from since I started trading years ago. So these are my lines. I don't need to go back into the higher time frame chart or look for support resistance areas. I go by off of the previous volume deposits. Remember, volume is the integrity of the chart, in my opinion. So I'm a little bit behind in this trade. I was nervous through this push. I'm not feeling super good. I got in way too early. 7:45 is my initial entry. I'm not even drinking coffee yet. I'm up way too early pressing buttons. Lesson learned, 1.37% better today, as we said before. But I had my target set. Oh, so we put in, let me show you guys this. Since we have a little bit of time, there's minimal executions on this. Come on. Okay. So we put in a micro head and shoulders pattern. Now, I didn't know. I was trying to get a read on the tape pre-market. I was looking for clues. I wasn't sure. I was like everybody else, thinking this thing was strong. So, right here, beautiful micro AT1 pattern. Head and shoulders pattern. We have a left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Here's the neckline. Now, I did not know if this was a short trap. This was too pretty. I was thinking, man, they could possibly be trapping shorts right here, and this thing's gonna go to the moon. $4.50, $5. We had no idea. But then we come down to VWAP, and I'm glued to the tape right here, watching this bad boy for any indication of what's gonna happen. Right before the bell, before this strength, I formulate the thesis that there's weakness on the tape, and that the larger players have shown their hand, and that this thing is going down. So I do not get too scared off of this initial push. I believe it's just larger shorts trying to find a little bit of liquidity to get into and to really start throwing some size around. And then we just start to see insta stuff, weakness. It's coming down, right? First consolidation right here for 2-3 minutes. Then this is where I thought, and I said in the room, that it's got to pick a direction, like I said, off my 345 line. Right in the middle of this consolidation, 345, pick a direction. Still not sure where it's going to go. I'm still full size. And again, the tape just is red. It's speeding up. I believe it was I'm not exactly remember the float. I don't want to call out the wrong name, but I have my target set for 313. I saw this coming down, and I'm glued to the tape right here in this flush, and I ended up pulling the target and smacking the offer at 318. And again, 3 for 3 on bottom tick market execution outs on the day gives me confidence to to be that fighter jet pilot when they go guns hot and they flip the switch on the stick. That's like me taking the covers off and go switching the market order. Right? That's how I feel. I'm just being honest with you guys. So then we come back up. I had an ad set out at 344, 342, right? Trying to use that 345 line right here as resistance. Remember, that's my line. We didn't get there. I'm not going to chase this, especially down in the low threes with $3 support. Just didn't do it. We come down. We get a nice little flush. This was a target ad right here at 304. Basically, I set my target just above $3. Wanted to take the winner, and that was it. So then I'm just watching this thing on side watch for the majority of the day. Nothing really is interesting me. I'm not going to chase anything. Watching the tape, 82% manipulation, institutional ownership. We see some sentiment shift, crazy insta stuff right here. This thing is grinding up, looks super strong, and then we get to my level. Back at 345. Remember, these levels are like gold to me. I've been studying the volume profile for years, and I trust it. I respect it. And volume profile has been good to me. So here we come. I have 345 thesis going on right here. So at feeler add. This was a partial again, and the secondary fill, but this is a partial and two adds, putting together an average at 345, and I had a 353 stop. And as soon as this thing filled, I set targets. So I set target 1, target 2, and I had a third target lower. And now my job is to not touch anything. Don't press any buttons. All of the executions and the plan has been laid out. I fill one target. My second target down here at 325 or 326 was not filled. I didn't move it. And then we get this beautiful little push right here, and I couldn't help myself. I put this target back on, thinking that we were going to have a lower high and that we were going to continue to fade, because I was so convicted on my beautiful 345 line, but it just broke right through. But I did move my stop down. Now I had a 353 stop. As soon as I filled this target, my stop was brought down to 347, making this trade up until this ad was a winner, right? So that's what I want to do. I want to get in a risk-free trade, and once I am in a winner or in the money, the stop comes down, trail the stop, take the money, and pad the wallet. Here's a trader error against my plan, because I was feeling so good about this. I put it back, but at least I had a very, very tight stop, small, minimal loss on this. This was a great learning experience. This is a loser. Like I said, I lose 10 times more than I do from my losers than I do my winners. And that's it right there. Great cut, and the rest is history. I would have attacked this at 405. Remember my lines, 405, 345, 311. They're like burnt into my to my brain like the 3 Adidas stripes. So I would have attacked this at 405, but we ran out of daylight. So that's it. That's the only 2 trades of the day. This one was still green, and ARQL is green. So 2 green trades. Also traded MGI on another account with 1 execution and 1 exit, similar to here, and an exit here, also green. So there you go, guys. Let me hop over to the room and show you guys what's running. Right, this is the weapons room again, right? So the runners. These plays are going to be in play tomorrow, possibly. I did put JAG X in there on a crazy low volume push. We have CIFS in there. Now I was looking at this one. It had low volume. I think 2.5 million, something like that. But our new moderator, Elliot, said this thing is going to be in play tomorrow, baby. So we threw it in there. Shout out to Elliot. ARQL. MGI, which we went over, and cool. Now 2 guys in the room shorted this thing and made a killing out of today. So the room was good. We had guys in the room trading MGI long at pre-market from 330. We had guys shorting it. We were making money both ways on MGI in the room today. It was an exciting day. If you guys want to come and take a look at Wolf Trading, it's open enrollment. There's no membership fees. We do trade recaps. We do fundamental videos. Here's a quick look at the order flow video where I explain more about using these layered stops, also about using stop markets on the trigger itself off of the initial limit target just to protect yourself. Here's a fat finger mistake, just order flow, right? I don't see too many other rooms out there that go into order flow like this, but I haven't seen every room. So I'm just trying to show you guys a little bit of what we got, but really glad you guys stayed with us through this one, and it's already 20 minutes long, but thanks a lot, guys. Study hard and get a little bit better every day. All right, thanks, guys.